Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Rockets and a Rocket Cash Cycler team build presentation. The Blue Rockets is a team build that has created a system within a Rocket Cash Cycler. So what is Rocket Cash Cycler? Rocket Cash Cycler is a hybrid 2x3 matrix going into a 2x2 that is a large payout. It pays out $5,000. It is very unique in that the 2x2 is a smaller matrix that will pay out these high numbers. As you can see, Rocket Cash Cycler has paid out to over 15,000 members, to very close to $3 million. Now we are a team within these 15,000 people. We have our own proprietary team build, and that is what we are going to show you today. So here is a Rocket Cash Cycler board of the Blue Rockets team build. As you can see, the rockets are blue. That's why we call it the Blue Rockets. There's a 2x3. We've just finished this one yesterday, and the person on top is Surf City. And as you can see, Surf City purchased one extra position at the bottom right on the 8 line, because everyone comes in the 8 line, then they move to the 4 line, the 2 line, the top is the pay position, and then out to the 2x2, which is Faith W above. Now when you come out of the 2x3, there is a E-pin that you will be getting. There is a E-pin and $300. Now the team build is done by admin. We will be the one that places everyone, because we turn everyone a blue, not red or green, not red or any other of the colors, because when you are going to be talking about the positions, a blank position is gray, qualified position is a red, one qualification is blue. That's what we are doing. We daisy link chain everyone one by one. An unqualified position is you have paid, however no one linked to you yet, and then the last one is a blocked account. Now you could see occasionally green rockets, sometimes blocked accounts. However, that doesn't matter. We know exactly how to go around and how to build this within our proprietary system. So let's get back to the basic principle of Rocket Cash Cycler. The basic principle is you get through a 2x3, you get to the 2x2, which is Faith W, and on there you will then go to the top of that and you start making $5,000, $1,000 at a time. The first 3, if you're on top of that board, the first 3 people coming up will pay you $1,000, and the last one, the 4th one, will pay you $2,000. Now what we have done, we've created a system within the system. Surf City, when Surf City came out at the top of this build, there was an E-pin and $300, which admin then turned the $300 into a second E-pin, and we have then placed 2 more positions onto a clone board. We call this the clone board, and here's the clone board they were placed on. As you can see in the bottom, there's Surf City 3 and Surf City 4. Why do we do this? Well, because one position in the main board will give you $5,000, and if you have 2 more positions, they're each worth $5,000, so that will give you now $15,000 over time. And not only that, on the clone board, when you come out of the top of the clone board, like 5K all day, when 5K all day breaks, which is going to be this weekend or Tuesday, then you will be able to see that there's 2 more E-pins coming into a new clone board from 5K all day. So in other words, there will be another $10,000. So there's a potential of $25,000. What's the timing of all this? Well, right now we say about 60 plus or minus days. However, it's not if you are going to get to the money, it's just a matter of when. Now, as you can see, 5K all day will go to Success by Design. And Success by Design is on the top of a board above 5K all day. And that is the clone 2x2. So there is 2 separate lineages. There is the main board, Surf City, goes up, and there is the clone board, again, with the number 2 behind. As you can see, you got Gavin 1, Gavin 2, Faith 2, Faith 3, Ray Hinckley 2, 3, Surf City 2, 2, 3. Now sometimes they're just names. It depends. It's up to the person. It's up to you if you want to make it 2 or 3 or names. It's really your choice. You tell admin, we do what you would desire. Now, how is this team build actually done? Well, I will show you an actual PowerPoint on this, and there's a video. But in the meantime, we call our program also freedom packages, financial freedom packages, because with your $300 that you pay for the rocket, it's actually $335 in our team build due to fees, and $20 one time for our marketing and search engine optimizations that we are putting in place or have in place. So these fees that you are going to pay also come with a video library of and audio library of books. It is an amazing array of books. So what I would like at this time, and also software, show you a short video that will give you the information of what the products are all about. Now, the products that you are going to see are phenomenal. You got all the big audio books that you can get from Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, and so on. So let's have a listen and watch. The Skype software is tremendous. You can, one click, send Skype messages to your contacts. There's the Skype scraping software is phenomenal if you want to create more contacts. As you can see, there's the great late Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Paul McKenna, my favorite, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, plenty of motivational speakers to start your day off right. Now, what I'd like to do at this point in time is show you the slide 4 one more time. And I'd like to talk about what is the necessity of actually sponsoring or bringing people or not. Let me just have this open, and let's go to the slide 4 and set it up that we are going to be able to talk about this. And it's important that you understand what we actually are doing here. Okay, here we go. We're just going to set it up. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I just want to show you what's going to happen. Okay, I'm just going to run through it so we can all look at it. And then we can talk about what is actually going to happen by the teams and how we are doing this and how we're going to get from where you are to getting to the 5, then the 15, then the $25,000 and over again. Let me just finish setting it up. Okay, we finish up in the bottom of the clone board, as you know, and then we'll fill up the top, and we are going to bring the SM group up, and here comes the last 2,000. And that then makes it a total of 10. Alright, now, when you look at this, you can see there is a system in place where you're going to come and start at $335, and it will take you from there all the way up to the top where you see CyberCash and CyberCash 2. Now, do you need to sponsor? Absolutely not. However, would you want to help when necessary? If it was me, absolutely I would love to help, especially in times when my board is in action. Now, what do we have in place? Well, we have in place two teams, the partner group and the SM group. And within those teams, we have people that are very active. And we also have systems in place that will make this happen, like inbound calling system and the search engine optimization for the future. However, the biggest thing that's happening right now is within our teams. And you also need to realize, admin has to make sure that everyone is linked in order so that the boards go and come up in order of who follows who. Because you do not want to get to the point where you are going up to a board and you're going to get jumped. So give you an example for here. Cybercache 2 is on top on the left side above the partner group, in the partner group side above the queue that just went up and broke that board. Now, Live Free, Keith Jacobs, Laurie Jacobs, Brooke Jacobs, they're all from other teams. And they see what's happening. They see who's coming up. And they have, if you go to the bottom of a 2x2, it shows what boards are going to need to break to fill the bottom of this board, the 2x2. So they are going to go out and try to break a board quick enough so that we don't jump them. Now this board, Live Free and Keith Jacobs cannot be jumped, because basically they have, at this point in time, someone that is going to already have come up, because you only need one person up there. So on the main board side, you always are going to have other people mingling with you, so that will help you. However, if you look at the clone board side, you will see they're all actually our own people. They will very seldom see someone up there that is coming from another group. So they will all be us, because it is only us who fills them. That's the exciting part. Now we have teams within the teams that are working very hard. That is, for example, a German group. They're right now translating the video into German so they can do German presentations. We have an Italian team, and there is a Danish team on the partner side. There is another team in the SM group that is actually doing belly-to-belly presentations in hotel rooms for the Blue Rockets. So as you can see, there is about 3, 4, 5, 6 different teams that are working, and they all are working on different boards. We right now have on the clone board side, then that's the exciting part, the clone board side. Not that the original board is not exciting, but the clone board side is exciting, because we basically are working a total of 9 boards right now. As I make this recording this morning, there is 9 boards being looked at between the partner group and SM groups. And we have to fill one in order. For example, 5K all day, which I showed you earlier, needs to be broken before Nana's Rocket, before Afterburner. And then then there's going to be in the clone board one that's called Retire 2. We need to push out to get to another board that's coming right behind, and then to Infinity and Beyond 2. So there's orders we need to follow. So if you don't see something happening one day, next day you will certainly come back and you'll see all these announcements. Why? Because there's people behind the scenes working for the team. And how can you help? Well, check in the rooms, in the chat room. There's ways to help. My suggestion is, and it's up to you, you do not, don't get me wrong, it actually says no sponsoring required. However, when your board is in action, why not step up and have a look who's on the board, get communicating, see if there's some action, see if there's something you can do, talk to the people on that board, get together with admin and see how you can help. Because the sooner you get out of that 2x3 onto the 2x2 with 2 new positions, you're on your way. And that train only goes one way. It goes up to the $25,000 residually over the next year or 2. How often? It's just a matter of flow. So really, ladies and gentlemen, it is up to you. It is up to us. We have everything in place. We work 24/7. Admin on the partner group side with Wendy is doing an incredibly fantastic job. Steve Sugrim on his side is constantly 24/7, and we work on these boards every single day, 24/7 for you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and looking at slide 4. This is the slide where you see the partner group board on the left, the queue that went up, and it went onto the 4th spot for Cybercash. And on the right hand side, you're looking at the clone board, which was SM Group 2, that moved up on the Cybercash 2. And basically what I'd like to do now is talk a little bit about needing to sponsor or not, needing to help the team. It really is up to the individual. I mean, we do have lots of systems in place. We have an inbound calling system. We're doing search engine optimization, which takes time, to a website that will be online, within the next 3 weeks. And we certainly have teams that are helping tremendously. And we have everything in place from administration, which is doing an incredible job placing the people. The people are being placed by Wendy on the Partner Group site and Steve on the SM Group site. And then we have, naturally, the clone board follow me that has to be addressed, and because there's a very important that the follow me is followed, because you cannot have someone to go to a 2x2 before the person that's direct to them. So there's constant scrutinizing and constant systems we have to in place to make sure that happens. And we do. We know exactly where to go and what to do. Now, do you have to sponsor? No, you don't. You do not. Do you help? It's up to you individually. It really is. I mean, if I was you, when my board comes around, if I was when I'm on one of those boards, I certainly would call admin or connect with someone and see if there is anything we can do to speed up that board from breaking. I mean, what's been happening is that the people that have made money, or they're going to make money, actually end up purchasing another position, like Surf City did. So when the Surf City, on the first slide I showed you of the back office, when he was one position left over, he actually bought another position for himself, because he knew that position is going to be worth another 5,000, then turns into 10, and then 15 and 20, because he has understand the vision. He understands the system works. We have proof now. We have proof it works. Literally, in the last 3 weeks, we have paid out about 35,000 to our members. Not only that, there is several boards that are going to be probably broken this weekend or at the beginning of the week, and there will be another probably 4 or 5, maybe even more thousands than that to be paid out this coming week. Certainly, there will be continuous flow and continuous growth, and there will be people that will be bringing people and so on. However, if you are able to, absolutely. Wendy has systems in place. Cheryl will help. Steve has his systems in place. And one of the big things that are happening now is certain teams are doing a lot for the team. So, for example, we have a German team that's busily translating the actual video and also the full-length video that we have now here into German, so they can do German presentations. We have an Italian team that is bringing a lot of people from a Rocket Cash Cycler program they were in. They had a lot of people in their downline. They're coming in over with Steve. We have also a system of a group of people that are doing belly-to-belly presentation in hotels. They're going to do presentation, ads in the paper, and doing one-on-one presentations in hotels. And there is also a Danish team that has joined us. And that will be just, growing constantly. The inbound calling system is being worked, and there's going to be some improvement and changes there. The search engine optimization is coming. That'll take about 30 days or more, 30 to 60. It's all in the works. Now, how can you help? Well, it's actually quite simple. If you see your board coming around to being worked, because that's always announced, which is the next board that we're working on the partner group side, and certainly also on the SM group side. And when you see it, connect with the leader. If it's partner group, connect with admin and see how you can help. and on to make sure that the that board gets split as soon as possible. And we like to really split a board in a day if we can. If we can't, in a couple of days. Now the beauty of this is that we need to make sure, I mean, the beauty is that it will continue to flow. I mean, we've proven it works. We have now in a position where we paid up to about 35,000 out in the last 3.5 weeks. There'll be another 5,000, maybe even more this coming week that's being paid out. And it's just going to continue to grow. And sometimes we need to break one board before the other. We would have been able to break this before this weekend or even this weekend earlier. A couple of board, one board for sure. However, we had to hold back because we needed to have one other board first be broken, which is going to be done probably tonight. And then we can go to the next board, who is then follows. In other words, the linking is correct and the upline is going to be covered, because you have to come up to the 2x2 and you have to be in the 2x2 direct to a person that's there. That is going to be turned red by you coming up. So for example, on the clone board side, we have 5K all day we're working today, and that'll be finished. Then we have Nano's Rocket, then Afterburner, and then we go to I believe Retired 2, Mortgage Buster, and 2 Infinity and 2. So we already know. We know about 3-4 boards into the future where we need to go with it and which order they have to do. So we have teams working on these different boards, and the same on the partner group side. We are working right now, I believe, pod 4 on the dash 2, and then there's about 3-4 boards that we know we have to go to because of the follow me afterwards. I mean, Wendy does. So Wendy does the partner group side, and Steve does the SM group side. But the key to the whole thing is we need to get you to the 2x2 side, the clone board side, because that's where the pot really stirs and moves and cycles. Not that it doesn't move and cycle on the main board, because if you look at the main board on the left hand side, you have Cybercash on top, you got Live Free on the second line, Keith Jacobs and Lori Jacobs and Brooke Jacobs, and I come in with Dr. Now, which is from the partner group side, from our team, and the Q is our team. However, these other people on that board, they are seeing what's happening from us, and they want to make sure that they're going to be red on the 2 line so we can't jump them, and they certainly are going to go out and break their boards to make sure that won't happen, because sometimes we get up there and there's people that are green on the 2 line, and if they don't bring someone up that covers them and turns them red, you know, our team could actually jump over them. So there's always scenarios that can happen, but we know, we work them, and it's going to happen. So for example, right now we're looking at about 8 or 9 boards at the same time between partner group and SM group. It's a flow, it's exciting, and we all going to get there together. It's not if we all are going to get there, it's just a matter of when. And now I just would like to show you how you can actually sign up in the landing pages of the partner group and also SM group. This is the partner group, has a proven system site. There is a contact us button that you can click on to just get more information, or you can scroll down and there's a pick a pod. If you click on pick a pod, in there you'll have 2 application forms that you then 2 forms that you fill in. And the first one is a pod application and the pod confirmation. The application is simply to apply for a pod. You choose the size pod. It's either pod 1, 2, or 4. And then the pod confirmation is when you are going to actually input your transaction number. And all you need to do is contact with the person that brought you to the presentation and the leaders, and they will instruct you on how to do this properly. Then the other system is naturally SM Group, and again it's the same way. Here's a website, and you know, changes may happen, but right now this is what it looks like, and there's no sponsoring required. You fill in your name, last name, you choose a rocket. On the SM Group side, you'll find there's 2, the full rocket and the half rocket. On the partner side, you also have a quarter rocket, meaning there's 4 people will share this with you together. Now, the last thing that I would like to now just talk about just quickly before we close this presentation, and that is that we all are on our way to the same end result. In other words, we all together will be going in a direction of success. We all work together on a daily basis. I mean, we as the leaders and also some teams that are helping. And again, it is not necessary to sponsor, it's not necessary to get involved unless you do want to, and that you will take up with your individual groups. And I have a video that I usually show here, which is a train that goes up a glacier, which is my sort of special place in the world, and it's called the Matterhorn in Zermatt. There is a train that goes up there, which is a train that has a wheel and some teeth. It's called the teeth wheel train, Zahnradbahn. And basically that's my future. That's what I would like to do this coming Christmas. So it's my bucket list. However, you must have your own. So any cruise, anything that go up the river in the Amazon, whatever your dreams are, put them in place instead of snow, if that's the case. However, the metaphor basically is we all are on this train to the top of whatever, or forward to the total income which we all would like to have, 5, 10, 15, 25,000, where we can actually fire our boss and retire and just, travel, have some fun, buy a car, pay off mortgages. That's what we all here for. That's what we all working for. So enjoy this little train ride, and we'll see you on the next presentation. We have North America. We will have Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you soon on your dream trip.